So we were alone, big house, and a bunch of guns on the ground. Did I tell him to shoot me because I wanted attention? It was just kind of a normal weekend. And this wasn't the first time I had shown friends my dad's guns. I had gone shooting with my dad a lot since I was young, since I was 7. So I knew where the combination was. I had gotten the guns out for us to take to the range many times before. I took out every gun, basically, that my dad owned in the safe. And I do have a memory of them all being laid out on the floor. He was in front of me, about 4 to 5 feet, 6 feet. And the gun went off. And it hit me at the base of the throat, right here. And just went straight through. I don't remember this, but in the account and police report, he reports that I audibly said, "Call 911," and fell back. There were many people throughout the course of this happening that I credit with saving my life. And the first one is my friend, who responded immediately and found a phone and called. And that must have been terrifying for him. But he was strong. He is strong. Like me. And he didn't leave me. The bullet just kind of impacted my spinal column, and bone fragments went into my spinal cord, paralyzing me at around the C7 vertebrae. So I'm technically a quadriplegic. So I'm paralyzed from about here down. Start to lose feeling, and all 4 limbs are affected, my hands and arms. And so I remember waking up and having cables in my body, being told there was an accident, and I was in the hospital. Sitting up was difficult. Just getting used to this new paralyzed body and how uncomfortable and pretty terrible that it can feel sometimes. Yeah, the first couple of months were really, in particular that first month, were very cloudy, just with treatment and drugs and the trauma of it. I don't remember a whole lot. And it was a very comprehensive rehabilitation, physical rehab program that was designed to get me to the point where I could live on my own, transfer myself, take care of my own bathroom care, re-engaging me in doing little tasks with my hands which weren't really working. It was very dependent on everyone around me for everything for a really long time. Me growing up in that environment are artifacts of and byproducts of an ideology and a misguided set of beliefs that we have in this country as they relate to guns, to the extent that it was a cultural component of my upbringing. My dad's been astonishingly unaware of the idea that talking about guns, reintroducing them at any point into my life, that any of these might be sensitivities, or maybe just not wanting to believe that guns are the problem, and that his enthusiasm for them is a problem. We all struggle, I think, to find purpose and to identify with something that defines you. And my injury just kind of like, it's there defining me, whether I want it to or not. Being able to overcome the daily life of living in a chair, the daily burdens that confront you, most of the time, gives me this wellspring of confidence that I can do anything. And I don't know how true that is. Because beyond this, it takes an order of magnitude higher to achieve a great success, those great successes that we all dream of. And I put a lot on myself in terms of a vision for what I want to achieve in the world, a contribution that I want to make that would be significant to the world. And sometimes I feel like, have I been cheated of that opportunity? In the past, I've told this story many times, again, just looking at it as a kind of circumstance or an act or an accident that just happened to me. Maybe, yes, I could have been the victim of circumstance, but if one does their best to look at their circumstance, then you can change it. You can change it.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.